Gather round, ye daft bampots, for another tale frae the wild mind o' wee Kevin. This time, our two numpties Kevin and Lance find themselves in a right stramish with a couple of her banshees. All things. Aye, it's a yarn filled with howlin plus hilarity and a wee bit of wisdom. It all started one foggy night when Kevin and Lance decided to have a wee adventure up at the old ruins on the hill. They say them banshees hang round here always, Kevin said, his breath reeking to Whisky as he waved a flashlight like it was Excalibur. Let's see if they can handle the likes of flashes. Aye, banshees, more like all fishwives. Lance chuckled, nearly toppling over as they stumbled up the hill, each step squishing into the mud like a pair of twats. Just as they reached the top, a chill wind blew, and a wailing sound sliced through the air. "What the hell is that racket?" Kevin yelled, pretending that he wasn't bricking it. Suddenly, two ghostly figures appeared, wailing and shrieking, their hair blowing like they'd just stepped out the shower in a wind tunnel. "Hush, who dares disturb the slumber of the banshees?" one screeched, making lad Kevin's ears ring like a bell. Kevin, nae one to back down from a challenge, puffed out his chest. "It's just us, wee Kevin and the Lance, here to see if you've got a sense of humour." Lance added for good measure, "Aye, and to ask why you howl like somebody just stood on your cat." The banshees paused, looking flabbergasted at the sheer gall of these two Egypts. "You think you can mock the banshees?" one asked, her voice a mix of annoyance and curiosity. "Aye, we do," Kevin replied, grinning wider than a daft goat. "And I bet you canna scare us away." Amused by the pair's audacity, the elder banshee said, "Fine, if you can withstand our tested wits and wisdom, we'll let you pass. But fail and you'll be haunting this hill with us." Kevin and Lance exchanged a look, their heads filled with liquid courage. "Deal!" Kevin roared, pumping his fist like he had just won the lottery. The banshees asked their first question. "What's the one thing you canna hide no matter how hard you try?" Lance scratched his head, thinking that's hard. "Kevin's bald spot?" he suggested, looking as innocent as a lamb. Kevin shot him a glare, but the banshees burst out laughing high. "Aye, true enough, but the answer we seek is the truth. You get another chance." Next they asked, "What is always coming, but never arrives?" "Ah, that's easy," Kevin shouted. "A taxi when you're late." The banshees chuckled, nodding blue tips their approval. "Aye, it's tomorrow, but you've got spirit." "Last question," one banshee declared. "What gets wetter as it dries?" The pair stared blankly, the answer teetering on the edge of their minds, until Lance shouted, "A towel! It's a towel, innit? Ah, you've got it." The banshee conceded, her laughter a sweet sound. "You've passed our test, Egypts that you are." Feelings triumphant, Kevin and Lance basked in their unexpected victory. "So what's your deep wisdom then?" Kevin asked, still a bit curious despite himself. The elder banshee stepped forward, her demeanour softer now. "Nothing is ever as scary as it seems, especially when faced with a humour and a friend," she said, her voice gentle. Kevin and Lance looked at each other, nodding like they'd just uncovered the secrets of the universe. "Aye, humour and a friend," Lance echoed, clapping Kevin on the back. As the banshees faded away into the mist, leaving them the two knuckleheads on the hilltop, they felt proper proud of their wee triumph. As they stumbled back down the hill, Lance looked over at Kevin. "Ye ken, maybe we should write this down so we dinna forget," he suggested. "Nah," Kevin said, laughing. "We'll just tell everyone how we outsmarted the banshees. That'll be enough." And so, the tale of Kevin and Lance's encounter with the banshees spread through Glenfinnan like wildfire, a reminder that even the daftest among us can learn a thing or two, if only for a wee while. Sláinte, ye glorious numpties, may your nights be filled with laughter and nae too many banshees. Now that you've had a right laugh at the antics of Kevin and Lance fighting banshees and learning deep wisdom, do us a wee favour, will you? Smash that like button, subscribe and share this tale of idiocy with your pals. You didn't want to miss the next adventure when our two Egypts get themselves into another daft escapade. Sláinte, you brilliant bastards. Here's to more laughs and fewer banshees.